Hey there, how are you doing? I hope your day is going well, and today I'm back with another video. This is going to be a longer video, so if you're busy, now is not the right time to watch it. Relax later on, sit down, have a snack, and then watch my video, because this is probably going to be a longer one than usual ones, since I'm going to be sharing my story with past life regression. For those who don't know what past life regression is, it is an experience through hypnosis when you access memories in your mind that you wouldn't normally access on your day-to-day life, but they are there. And through past life regression, you can heal a lot of traumas that have been suppressed in yourself. Actually, I didn't know that for a long time, but just accessing a memory, a traumatic or some kind of memory from your past life, can help you heal the problems you might be experiencing these days. I wanted to try it for myself and see if I can access any of those memories, and I did succeed. If you don't believe in past lives, or this is not the thing for you, then my channel and this video is definitely not for you, because in the future I will be talking a lot more about this, since I strongly believe that tapping into past life memories and healing those parts can be really helpful for some individuals. Personally, I will be doing this practice more in the future. So if this is not right for you, it doesn't sit right in your spirit, then this is not the right video, just letting you know in advance. Okay, so no more teasing, we're gonna go ahead. So I'm gonna be sharing you my first experience with past life regression, and it's gonna be more so a story of everything, so I want you to listen to the whole thing I'm gonna be talking about, because it's gonna make a lot of sense in the end. So when I was in high school, I had to choose between two languages, because that was a transition period, like when you transform from elementary school, I think, to high school, and you had to choose a subject between French language or Swedish language. And I already knew 100% that I would go for French, because that kind of resonated with my future plans, which never obviously happened. But yeah, anyways, I was gonna go for French language. So I remember in the first classes of my French language, I wasn't that great, but I was like, oh, okay. But I had an internal feeling that I might take this to the next level. Basically get a private teacher and just go through all of that and learn French language. Actually, one of my friends, who turned out to be one of my best friends, absolutely amazing person, a friend that I have a crazy spiritual connection with, she also chose French language. And since then, we were kind of bonding, because we were the two only students in our class, and actually the whole year, or actually the whole school, that knew French language better than most people, because we were taking extra lessons and we were actually good at it. So by the end of the high school, I was fluent in French, and actually already in the first year of learning French language, I was fluent. I could speak barely without any accent. Like I did have an accent, but I was participating in contests, and I was really, really successful, at least in my opinion. I had never been to France, or I never had any French friends or anybody to talk to. That was literally from what I learned at school or with my teacher. Okay, to clarify this a bit more, if you are fluent in a foreign language and you don't speak in that language, let's say at home or with your friends, but you just happen to learn it really quickly, that is a huge sign of past life, and you maybe have lived in that country or area before. So it's easier for you to speak this language in this life. I know it sounds really crazy, but for me personally, there's some languages that just picked up really easily for me, even though they're considered maybe difficult. So already at that time, me and my spiritual friend, we already were joking about the stuff that, oh my God, we used to be probably friends in France in a different life. Because funny enough, when I met her, a couple of years after we met and started bonding, we both went through a spiritual awakening, and that was really interesting, because we both knew French language. We both kind of liked the culture and everything. We were making jokes that we definitely were witches in France in 16th century and all that. Right, so I want you to remember this part of the story, and now I'm going to jump into my actual past life regression session. This pre-story that I told you is going to be pretty important in what I'm going to tell you right now. So one day I was just sitting in the car and I was like, listen, I want to do this past life regression, because I've always had a very specific trauma in me that I just could not find healing before, and I don't know, I couldn't find a way how to get rid of that, and it's been very strongly sitting in me, and I still have it, I guess. And I'm trying to work out ways how I can help myself, and then eventually, I guess, share that on my YouTube channel and help other people go through that, because the more I live my life, the more I see that I'm not the only one. And this is honestly a really serious problem a lot of people go through. So past life regression seemed a very nice option for that, because traditional psychology or therapy never ever helped me deal with these issues. I don't know why. I felt like that was deeper than I could comprehend, or my mind could comprehend. So I was like, listen, I have nothing to lose. So just because there was a lockdown and I couldn't speak to any professional or see anybody who could help me with this meditation or this session, I actually searched on YouTube past life regression meditation, and I just found an hour-long video, I guess, and I clicked on it, and I don't know, I was like, I'm gonna go with it and see if I can access any memories. Already in the first minutes of my session, I could feel and see things pretty clearly. So what I was seeing was, I was kind of like, it was an intro of a place. Like I was just like 4K cinematic movement into a place. I was seeing like a picture, and this picture was like, it looked like a medieval town, and it had like towers, but at the same time it was very tropical. Like I could see trees and like green stuff everywhere, and I was like, this is definitely not from nowadays. This is not a modern looking town or city. That's what I thought in my head. And then I would see it from a different angle again, and it looked like it had a little bit of a fence. And now it's crazy, all right? Like, you're probably thinking, like, what the hell? But honestly, I was just like, man, I'm really fascinated, and it looks really cool. And I also thought to myself, I've never seen this in my life. I've never visited such a place. I haven't seen this in any history books, because if I had seen this before, I probably would know where it is. But I was like, I genuinely don't know where this picture is coming from. I don't know where it is. I don't know what it is. Anyways, I kept seeing this, and then I also was walking through the town, and I remember seeing this big door, and I was about to open the door and go in, but then I got interrupted, and my session it stopped. So that was my first experience, and I have to say that it's pretty amazing, because what I noticed about a lot of people when they first try past life regression is most of the times they see a location. Seeing an area in your past life regression is pretty common, and it's actually amazing if you can determine where that area is, because what I have noticed is when people see a certain location, that is a place where most or some wounding can come from, or a trauma that you experience can come from, and your higher self wants you to see it and let go of. Hey, are you enjoying this video? Because if you are, please give it a thumbs up and let me know. It also really helps the channel. Thank you so much. The next things I'm going to be talking about now are pretty amazing. Sometimes on Facebook, I do those BuzzFeed quizzes because they're really like fun, and when I'm bored, it's just perfect entertainment for me. So remember, there was one quiz that was about France, and I was like, right, I'm going to do it, because I'm bored. And then I was just scrolling and like ticking the right boxes, whatever. And then I see this image, and I'm like, holy cow, this is exactly what I was seeing in my past life regression. Like, I was just mind blown. The exact picture of the place was what I was seeing in my head in my past life regression. And that was the first time I was seeing that picture with my own eyes, because I never even I had no clue. What is this place? And actually, this place turns out to be Carcassonne. I think that's the right way of pronouncing it. So that is a medieval town in France. That is a pretty popular tourist attraction. Next thing I do, remember my spiritual friend that I just talked about? I take my phone and I immediately text her saying like, oh my God, I can't believe what happened. I've seen this and turned out it is this and whatever. And I remember her saying that she wanted to go to France for her gap year, which she did in the end, but she couldn't decide between a couple of places. And what she says in the message when she texted me was, oh my God, Alice. Like, oh my God. Carcassonne is one of the options I was considering, and that was a really strong option for her. She wanted to go to that specific town. And let me just clarify. Yes, Carcassonne is a popular tourist attraction, but that is not the first place you go to. That is definitely not the first place you go to in France, since there's so much to see. So I was just mind blown, because we were just making so many jokes about being witches in France in a different century, and now I'm just like, wow. Anyways, this is not where it ends. I did a video recently, I think a couple of months ago, on relocation astrology. So in that video, I explained how you can look at a map and see energetically where you would fit in, or what nice things would happen to you in that area, or on the other hand, where you might not feel as great. And I was just curious, and I was like, I'm just gonna check this Carcassonne place just to kind of see if there is any connection between me and that place. And funny enough, there was a crazy connection, and not in the most, I think, positive way. So here's the thing. As I already said, I have really profound trauma in me that I've been dealing with for years that I'm not going to disclose right now. It's coming in the future. Hopefully on my channel, I'm going to talk about it a lot more. However, there was this astrological line that was going through Carcassonne and France. How energetically it would affect me is, it is a very spiritual place, and it would kind of surface a lot of suppressed stuff, and it would definitely not be the easiest energy to handle, which is really crazy. It is a sign of something you have gone through, or some trauma you have experienced in that place, and you are being brought back to the time and place where something might have happened to heal that and get rid of that and just let go. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, and if you have any similar experiences like that, I would love to know about that. Thank you so much for watching, and it's a goodbye for now. Bye!